They do say that talent can win you games. However, character will win you scholarships. And guys, this brings us to what we're going to talk about in today's video. It's an opportunity I came across, and this involves sportsmen scholarship. And it also covers women as well. So I'm not just talking about male talent, but as well everybody that's interested in sports and also getting into colleges and universities in America and the world over as a talented young man or young woman. So whether you're a parent or you're a student yourself or you're a young sportsman yourself, do stay tuned, or you're a coach, basically do stay tuned in this video as we're going to be exploring some of the organizations that are actually recruiting these sportsmen on scholarships, and also the whole process and how they conduct these things, and also a few examples of colleges that they're affiliated with. So this is worth watching. Guys, a big welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Florence, and on this platform we do talk about opportunities, success, and life in the diaspora. So grab a chair, sit and watch as we're exploring scholarships for young talented people in whatever sport. It could be football, it could be hockey, it could be track events, anything to do with sport. This video is for you. So a few days ago, I'm Zimbabwean, and apparently in Africa they're preparing for their AFCON games. So I came across a video whereby the Zimbabwean team had somebody join them who is based in the United States, and she's called Rubimbo Mucherera, and she's a whole doctor, by the way. So I grew interest, and she's based in the US. What is it that she does? But again, a few years ago, I was watching the Olympics, and obviously the Zimbabwean team was well represented. There was Tapiwa Makarau. There was a whole lot of other, who are foreign based. And I'm like, how does the whole thing work? So that led me to me researching on the opportunities that are there for talented students who want the exposure but may not have the capacity in terms of finances, in terms of affording sports academies. So this sportsman scholarship is a good pathway in which they can actually get themselves into these institutions. There are benefits to it besides them pursuing their passion in sports, besides them accessing those world-class equipment and medical facilities as well. It also offers them a chance to study, because it doesn't end with sport, because at the end of the day everybody's going to retire from sport. But then retirement age for sportsmen can come at any time. People retire due to injuries. People do retire due to age itself. Some retire in their 30s, in their 40s, some depending on the nature of sport. So after retirement, there is a whole life ahead. So it's a good way for somebody to get the exposure. You're pursuing the sport and passion that you love, but also you're getting yourself an education. You're preparing for the afterlife, and also that combination is quite great. I'm an African mom, in as much as I want my children to pursue what they want, but there is a level of respect that I have towards education. I always say to them, do pursue your passion, pursue the things that you love, but couple it with a bit of education. It goes a long way in terms of instilling discipline, instilling character, and everything else. So that's just me, and that's why we are having this conversation today. So I want to talk about an organization that's called First Point USA. I know there's so many other organizations that do offer the same thing, that run the same, but I related so much with First Point USA. I've been going through their profile. I've been watching a lot of the videos that they put out, testimonials from students that have actually pursued these scholarships with them, and I was like, I want to share with my people this opportunity so that they can see for themselves. Most of these scholarships are fully funded scholarships, and First Point USA is affiliated with a lot of community colleges and universities in America. And this is not just for Africans, but this is in the world over. And I know they've got a couple of events, trial events that they're hosting here in the UK, and I'll put the links to these events in the description, so keep watching. And also they've got an event that's coming up in Africa. I'll talk about that because that's in Dubai. So you could be saying, I'm in Africa, can I get to the UK? I'll share with you towards the end of this video, so stay tuned on the video. So with First Point USA, they offer a whole range of sportsmen scholarships, sportswomen's scholarships across board. So they've got a few requirements that they require from you. You applicant has to be between the ages of 15 and 21 for them to be eligible. You cannot be below that or above that. So it's important to take note of the age limits. So you actually do an application. Also, part and parcel of their requirements sometimes is for you to send them a video of your child or of yourself training, and then they can evaluate your skill and quite invite you to the trials. One of the things that they emphasized on their brochure and everything that they say about these scholarships is it's not just about talent or skill, but then they also look at character. Are you somebody who is selfless? Are you humble? Are you hardworking? Are you disciplined? Are you a team player? So character is quite key. And as you all know, we all do watch sports. You actually know that sport is about teamwork. Sport is about discipline, because you can be as talented as you can be, but if you're not disciplined enough, which means you're constantly, if it's in football, you're constantly getting red cards, yellow cards, and missing matches, which is not helpful for your team. The same thing, if you're not a team player, it means you're not pulling in the same direction with your team, which is not helpful at all. So character is quite key, and they do emphasize on those things. So it's worth it that you look at yourself, you say, I've got the talent, but also I've got to build the character. Also, I've got to instill within me or within my child the character that will make them survive in elite sports. Also, some of you could be like wondering, so what sort of universities or colleges are affiliated with? I'll give you some of the examples. These are not limited to these. So they're affiliated with Michigan University, Kentucky, Delaware, Georgetown, and you name it, and you can check yourself on their website. So it's worth noting that they're actually affiliated with quite top colleges in America. And trust me, believe you me, it's a fully funded scholarship, so everything will be catered for. Also, part and parcel of scholarship is that they will be studying a course either in that university or in that college. So they get to pick a course that they want, a course that they're passionate about. And there's always that balance between they'll be given time for study and time also to focus on their passion, which is sport. So it's all well coordinated. And for these trials, there will be scouts who look out for these talented young women and men. So these scouts or these coaches really take care of these young people. In case you could be wondering, like, happens now if my child is to go to America and I live here, or I live in Africa, or I live anywhere else on the continent or in the world, these people who you will be in touch with them, these people will make sure that your child is actually settling in well, is well taken care of. Of course, communication will be like and open as well. Some of you will be wondering, like, why are you so interested in this? For my African community, coming to the UK for me has actually opened eyes for me. They're so big on sport, they're big on opportunities, and my children, each and every year, they are like, oh, this year they're passionate about rugby, next year they are passionate about football, next year it's netball. I allow them to experience as much of these things as they can, so that they will pick their passion. They'll pick something that they're passionate about. So if you live in this country, and again, I know some people go like, is this not classed as public funds? So I don't think this is public funds, because these children who will be going to go and study and pursue sports in America, so it's a scholarship, so it's not public funds, so it's worth giving it a try. And I'll share in the description all the links to the trials that are going on, because I know there's a lot of talent lying around, there's a lot of talent everywhere. And of course, I want to say something to parents in this country, African parents, diaspora parents, to be specific, not just this country but everywhere else. If you're watching this video and you're a parent, please do encourage your children to participate in sport. We have said all things about humility, hard work, discipline, teamwork, and character building when young children or young adults are participating in sport. I've realized it's also good for their mental health. With everything that's going on in the world, you want your child to be in that team where they are supported, they are taught about discipline and its importance. So it's very, very good exposure. And I know it takes a lot. Sometimes you have to pay for your child to go to football clubs, rugby clubs, hockey clubs, but it is worth it at the end of the day. I know a lot of people reach out to me and say, well, I relocated for my children. these are some of the opportunities that actually define. I'm not saying it's limited to that, but when we say I relocated for my children, make sure that your children are involved in as much as they can in some of these things. Don't let them miss out on these opportunities. You just never know. We could be the next big thing in football. They could be the next big thing in the Olympics. And it starts from when they get the exposure, when they get to understand the importance and the opportunities that are in sports. And so that's why I'm just big on this. Also, it's an opportunity for them to experience the world. It's an opportunity for them to relocate. And as you know, on this platform, we do talk about life abroad, life in the diaspora, and that's a good opportunity for them to relocate. I've seen young children, I've seen young adults who move to countries like Australia, Canada, just to pursue sports. So why should we be left out? Why should your child be left out? Invest in your child in as much as you would invest in education. If they have got the talent and the skills, and also they are smart up there, they are in academic, then this is a very worthy opportunity. Let them go for the trials. I am big on this. I don't want to lie to you. I had the privilege to listen to stories about parents who actually invested in their children, and actually they got visas to come and attend these trials all the way from Africa, all the way from everywhere else. And again, before I end this video, I'll share with you about the Dubai opportunity, because I'm big on my African people, and I know the easiest visa to get is the Dubai visa, Arab Emirates visa. It's one of the easiest, it's one of the most accessible to our people. Unlike to say apply for want to come for trials all the way to the UK. I'm only trials, and sometimes they last a week. So they've got trials running from the 15th to the 21st of April. No, the 16th of April in Dubai. So 2025. So there's still time if you come across this video. But I'm sure this organization is throughout the year they run these are always there, so it's worth it that you visit their website and see for yourselves. Guys, that's all I had for you in this video, and I will see you in our next video. Bye for now.